Here we go, folks. Get ready. This is our game of the week, a matchup everybody's been waiting for. There's tremendous energy here in the building. And this is something rare and special. We're lucky to have number 1 versus number 2. The college football world stopping to watch how this game plays out. It's a potential playoff matchup, as we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Akron Zips. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Alabama will kick it off to get us underway. Returner looking to make a play here. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. The Zips offense comes on the field to open this game. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
There's the handoff. He shreds the tackle. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact, but that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
Tackle made to the 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield.
One way to create a rhythm and really start to show your identity as an offense is to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line here early getting a hat on a hat, and this back, as good as we've seen all year, with the ability to accelerate through the hole, positive yards, play after play here early in the game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Pulls it in. It's Hernandez. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
And they pick up the first on the ground. The Zips are looking to keep this drive going.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him to third down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back at coming up with that conversion.
One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. And the Zips come to the line and start a fresh set of downs. And looking to throw now on first down. Finds his target, and it's complete. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up the football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm, everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Ball handed off. And they finally bring him down at the 5. Offense really threatening now.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Looking to pass this time. And the scramble moves it closer to the goal line. The defense able to grab it. Can the defense hold up here on 3rd and goal? And the call is a quarterback sneak. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Zips. A horrible field position to start the drive trip, but they just march right down the field and get points.
Chris, this offensive coordinator deserves a raise after that opening drive. The way they orchestrated this inside their own 15 to come away with points, impressive.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. So Alabama's offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. So now here comes the other half of this great running back duel we expect to see today. Both guys key up for the game, but also for this individual matchup.
Yeah, I like this. A pair of tailbacks that like to pound away at the front 7 for 4 quarters. And with these two, that constant pounding eventually leads to a big breakout play that can change the impact of the game.
Alabama comes up to the line quickly. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Throw to the running back in the flat. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. He's got a man down the middle. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down.
Well, if I'm this defense, you get these guys to third down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage rolled to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
Getting set. Here's second down. And now the running back's got it again. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field.
Chris, I don't know. There's just something about that Bama uniform. When they run the football, it just feels right.
And he lofts it deep over the middle. Oh, and it's dropped right off his hands. A chance for a big play, but little early nerves on the part of that receiver. Incompletion sets up a second down. Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain. Crucial third down play coming up after that run. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, when you play zone defense on third down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
Offense cranking up the tempo now. No huddle. Second down, we're going to throw it. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Defense is coming after him. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. An explosive play. They finally get him down, but the offense very near to the red zone.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be first and goal right there. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. He's got it right near the end zone. Tackle after the completion down at the 1-yard line. A solid first down gain sets the ball up close to the goal line. Can they finish it off here on second and goal? Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. And he'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, tied. Well, they slow the game down with a long grinding drive to produce a touchdown. That was impressive.
What's impressive to me is the consistency. You know, it's one thing to hit a receiver and you can score a big touchdown, but to be able to go and sustain drives and keep the sticks moving, that puts a lot on the quarterback and the execution of the offense. And man, did they make that look easy.
And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? They'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. The Akron offense back out on the field now. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. They stop him right at the 24.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Quick throw caught over the middle. They get him down to wrap up the first period of play. So far, this has been a battle on the ground. We've completed the first quarter, and the run game has dominated. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Throws a fastball, but it's intercepted. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. It's caught downfield. The tackle is made, but the gain sets the offense up. First and goal from the 9. Here's the handoff on first and goal. They finally corral him at the 1.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
And it's incomplete, very near the goal line. So nothing on the previous play sets up a third and goal from the 1.
Good read here by the quarterback on the run-pass option.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. That's an old-school leap, just up and over the defense into the end zone.
Man, that running back needs to find a picture of that touchdown. Up into the air, he can frame that. That's a nice score to remember.
And the point after is good. The kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Akron offense back out there. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. He'll hand it off. Solid run. They'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Important second down play coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. On third and short, they hand the ball off. Tackled right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, that's mano a mano right there. Offensive line knowing exactly their assignment, getting a hat on a hat, and that back threw just exactly where he needed to go to extend this drive. That's a first down.
And the runner brought down right at the 38-yard line.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back that is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is...
Breaks a tackle into the clear. Brought down and crosses midfield to the 46. The Zips pick up enough yardage for a first down.
This is why running the football is so important. You run the ball and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
Here's the second down play. The shotgun running play call. Gets some space around the 30. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs. And the Zips looking to punch it in here. It's first and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Akron.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn on the early going here. Both offenses scoring touchdowns their last possession. Opening play of the drive, quick throw to the left. And he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's second and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
Alabama comes up to the line quickly. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And he'll just lob this pass into the middle of the field. He fires this throw and is intercepted. And that's a solid return after the interception.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
The Zips offense comes back out onto the field now. The last possession was just old-school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. He lets it go on the move. And is intercepted. We'll bring him down after a short return, but the takeaway sets up the offense near midfield. First down here for this offense. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8. Offense right to the line, playing the tempo now.
Brings up second down.
And the same runner's got it again. And that run produces a decent gain. That run sets up a critical third down play. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Accurate throw, catch made right near the sideline. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. It's the running back in the flat. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for. Critical third down play for this offense right here.
How about the discipline of this defense here on second down? You're anticipating a pass. They've got pretty much everybody covered. And then once the back has the ball, how about the speed to be able to bring him down? Now it's third down.
It's a short completion to the big tight end. Defense will stop him after about a 9-yard gain. It'll bring up fourth down. Coach electing to go for a field goal attempt. Oh, and it's blocked. Somebody got a hand on it. It's picked up. It's alive. And he breaks loose down the left side. It's a foot race. Inside the 10. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Zips. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT puts him in front by 7. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back.
Alabama, 14.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Pop over the middle. It's Orgy. Alabama comes up to the line quickly.
By the receiver. A pickup of 8. Brings up second down.
And there's the handoff. They bring him down to the 38, but that's good enough for a first down.
Well, I know people want to talk about the spread, and Alabama's offense has changed over the years, but at the end of the day, with this coaching staff, it still comes down to the line of scrimmage and the ability to pound the rock. Think about the backs they've had in recent years. Mark Ingram and Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, Jahmyr Gibbs most recently. This is an offense that still wants to control things up front and beat you down.
Goes to his right side there for the completion. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Brought down after a solid run by the senior. Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Ball handed to the running back. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1. 2nd down here, time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. That's the 2-minute warning here before halftime as the offense tries to cut into this lead. 6th play of the drive coming up. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. A sack on the play could not escape the pass rush. That sack sets up a 2nd down and long. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Finds an open target on the left side. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the 1st down mark. Alabama now operating in the red zone. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Makes the catch. Can he get in? They've got him, but that completion good enough for 1st down yardage. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. 1st and goal. Can the offense punch it in and tie the score before the half? Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bama.
Perfect timing here by this quarterback. Great read. Puts the ball where his man can make a play on it. And they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
Extra point knocked right down the middle. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the 2nd quarter. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. The Akron offense back out on the field now. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very 1st play. Choosing to just throw the ball away that time. 2nd down play now coming up. After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. Grab down the middle. It's Smith. And now the offense will call a timeout. Something the coach didn't like about this. Crucial play coming up. So the offense faces a 3rd and manageable here from the 25-yard line. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Breaking ankles with the spin move. To make the tackle, but it's enough for a 1st down. Good call on that screen play.
And I don't think the defense had any clue that the screen was being called. They're getting off field, getting pressure on the quarterback, and that ball gets dumped. There's no one left to be able to slow him down from getting a big gain.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense in man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time. He'll take a deep shot here. And that one's incomplete with just 7 seconds left on the clock.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two. And that's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in this.
And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. Not much of a return, but the important thing is the interception sets the offense up at the 45. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He makes the grab. They finally make the stop after a big gain, but that'll wrap up the 1st half of play. And that will do it for the 1st half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Zips will kick it deep to begin the 2nd half. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. They'll start at the 25. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. First play of the third quarter is a handoff.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
That run sets up an important third down call for this offense. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. It's a quick grab. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down. Alabama comes up with the line quickly.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Short completion there. Second down coming up.
Boy, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
Catch made on the left side. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield of the 48. This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field.
You know, plays like this are what Alabama offense is all about. They run the football, and then they're efficient within their passing game. Think about it. They won a couple national championships with Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron by just being efficient and playing smart at the position and being a great complement to that running game in the defense.
Looking to pass here on second down. Nice grab. It's Orji. And the second effort there will earn him the first down. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength.
Well, a lot of times when a quarterback sees man defense, he wants to get the ball out of his hands as quickly as possible, put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers, and hope that he can break a tackle.
It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Look out, he's got some space. Across midfield. At the 30 now. Now look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Chris, not only the awareness to come up with the interception, but the speed and athletic ability on the return. I thought he was going to take it all the way back, but the offense just did enough to keep him out of the end zone.
They made the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. Brought down, the completion moves the ball to the 6. Defense getting pushed back. And the Zips will line up here on first down and goal. First and goal, handoff. They finally corral him at the 1.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
They'll try to run inside, but nowhere to go. They'll try to punch it in again. Third and goal at the 1. And they're trying to punch it in here. Touchdown, Akron will take the lead in the second half. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Receiver makes the grab. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Orji. Stopped out at the 39, but good enough for a first down. Offense in hurry-up mode.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Second down play coming up. He'll hand it off. An important third down attempt for this offense. Try and muscle for the first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game. To get to a third down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on old reliable with that offensive line, and they come through for it.
They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Brings up second down.
It's a quarterback keeper. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
I love the toughness of this quarterback to be able to pick up some good yards like this, to move the chains, keep this drive alive. His team will feed off of his energy when he makes plays like this.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Tackle made at the 24-yard line. This offense really threatening now. Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. They'll try the right here. Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9. And the long drive continues. The offense just grinding away here. A quick throw out left, complete. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. Fresh set of downs, 1st and goal. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. He's running out of time here. Just gets the pass away, but took a shot that time. It's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. Tailback tests the middle of the defense. And that's a solid gain for the defense, able to bring him down.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about 3rd down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here. Whether they run it or throw it, you get a stop here, and maybe you hold them to 3 points.
They'll look to throw it on 3rd and goal. And that pass rush has trapped him into sack.
Now that is stepping up by this defense and coming up with a great play. Now 3rd and goal, you come up with a sack, backs against the wall, they get this sack, and now forcing them into a possible field goal, and that's a win for the defense.
And this one is right through. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. Here comes the Akron offense back out there. They had a brilliant touchdown drive last time, mixing the run and the pass. Can they keep that going again? 2nd down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Short connection to the tight end here. And they wrap him up after the completion, just short of the first down marker. 3rd down upcoming after that completion. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down. New set of downs for the offense, 1st and 10.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. And he's tackled after the catch. Challenging spot for the offense. It's 3rd down and long from the 45. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Running back grabs it on a screen. The first down pickup, tackled at the 45.
Boy, this is great execution here on this screenplay to the running back to pick up big yards in the first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
And they'll force him out of bounds after a short run. Offense moving into a bunch formation. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Makes a quick grab. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down. Well, Akron has the lead here. We've reached the end of the third. Time is running out to cut into this lead. Let's check out the game stats before we go on. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. A completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. Receiver makes the catch. They stop him at the 22. This offense in great scoring position now. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Zips.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All he had to do was get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. And they've got the returner corralled. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. It's hard to win these games just kicking field goals. They need to find the end zone here, some urgency. They start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. Alabama comes up to the line quickly.
It's a nice completion there, Chris. And this possession at this point in the game is critical for them. They've got to focus on putting points on the board right now to make this a one-possession game.
The offense going with the hurry-up. Grab behind the line, it's Orgy. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up 4th down. The punt team making their way on the field. He's on to boot it away now. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Offense makes its way on the field, ready to start the drive. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Makes a quick catch. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Chris, it's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
And a big gain moves the ball across midfield all the way to the 39. The offense really clicking here. First down, looking to throw the ball. Finding some room at the 25. They finally get him down, but that is a huge play. Quarterback doing it with his legs. The Zips with 1st and 10 here. And the runner takes off to his right. Can he reach the end zone? Touchdown, Akron. This offense cannot be stopped. So the offense flexing here, Kirk, and stretching their lead here in the second half.
Yeah, that touchdown gives you a little bit more breathing room, but now it's up to your own defense to help preserve that lead so you can go back out and build onto it in the second half.
And here's the return from inside the 5. Returner tackle right there. That's where they start the drive. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Snags the quick throw. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot.
Hey, it's positive yards, right? That's never a bad thing. But let's face it, Chris. These guys got a long way to go in a short amount of time to do it. So let's get them.
And the senior making a disruptive impact play. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Fires it to the wideout. And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Alabama comes up to the line quickly.
Chris, here we are in the 4th quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
The back's got it. Fighting him off.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards here on 1st and 10.
Lets it go quickly. And he's got his man open downfield. An explosive play. They finally grab him, but the ball moves inside the 25. This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. First down. They're going to throw the football. Tight end makes the grab. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a 1st and goal now. The Tide offense line up here on 1st and goal. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Pressure is coming. Doesn't get rid of the ball. Trapped for a huge loss. Goodness, that is usually a drive killer. After the big loss on 1st down, it's 2nd and goal, backed up. They'll try to power it in right up the middle. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time. They need a touchdown here. Down big in the 4th quarter. 3rd and goal. Offense looking to throw the ball. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big 3rd down defensive play. A field goal here doesn't help the cause. They're going to go for the touchdown here on 4th down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Intercepted in the end zone.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the 2nd half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Now it's 2nd down here. They're going to run it here. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. So a very makeable 3rd down for the offense with a 29. Keep it on the ground to work the clock here. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed, along with really dominant offensive line play.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. From the shotgun, handoff inside. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Pulls it in. It's Hernandez. And the defense wraps him up quickly. Got about 5 yards on the completion, but now it's 4th down. 4th down now. Time for perhaps one more play before we hit the 2-minute warning. He's escaping the pocket now. Heavy pressure. He lets it go. This will fall incomplete and a turnover on downs. 1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Catch hauled in here over the middle. He'll earn the 1st down, but pay for it with a hard hit. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Fires it to the wideout. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Alabama has now moved into the red zone. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. And he just throws the ball away there. Nobody open. Excellent coverage. You don't want to waste this good field position, but it's 3rd down and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. He's hit as he throws it. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down. So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on 4th down. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Another interception. That's number 4 today. Are you kidding me? Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Well, that interception really about cost him the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Second down after that run on the previous play. He's going to hand this off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Man, I've gotten so conditioned here now that we're in the fourth quarter to see this guy get the football and just get more positive yards. Finally this afternoon, the defense steps up, says enough is enough, and they come up with a nice tackle.
Well, this was an intriguing matchup coming in. We weren't sure which way it was going to go. Kirk, what do you think made the difference today?
Well, I think it's the critical moments, the third downs, the red zones, the turnover margin. Those are the areas you're usually going to see the difference in a close game, and today they were able to come up on top in a lot of those aspects of the game.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.